So, do you guys remember in grade school when kids started losing their teeth, and some kids tried to monopolize it or punch other kids' teeth out of their mouth to get more money out of the tooth fairy? Well, what if I told you there was an entire orc culture in 40k built around that idea?
That are alive, you're coming with me.
ZX Spider-Man Commodore 128 and 64. I hit the floor, I hit the shore. Got game skills from days of yore. I close the dead computer roll.
Alright, listen up here, grots. I'm Warboss Bolter, and this is Beefsnake Nerdcast. And we're talking about the Badmoon Orks today. Alright, I'm not going to do the voice the whole time. So, first thing you gotta get out of the way. Orc factions in 40k are not a unified race. If they were, they would just win. And that's boring. So, instead, like-minded orcs form groups called clans, spelled with a K. And the Badmoons are one of the biggest clans out there. Now, orcs are, by our standards, batshit crazy. But even with their unique view on things, they can kind of oddly be understood. For example, like I mentioned, they have a monetary system. No, really. Orcs have a form of currency. And it's so dumb it kind of makes sense. It's their teeth. See, orcs lose and regrow teeth, as they call them, all the time. And somewhere along the lines, they just started trading them for weapons and other shiny things. And out of the Ork Klans, one regrows teeth faster than the rest. The Badmoons. Now it's lightly debated amongst the more cunning orcs if teeth system was designed by the Badmoons, or if they just started growing their teeth faster to outdo the other orcs. Either way, the Badmoons are filthy rich. These guys saunter around camps and battlefields with big dick energy, squabbling over prices, conning other clans out of good war gear, and wearing the most obnoxiously shiny and bombastic outfits they can find. And they are the trust fund kids of orcs. Better funded, better armed and armored, and the other clans know it. Fortunately for the other orc clans, they're orcs. If a mouthy Badmoon, hint, they all are, disrespects the wrong orc, they're going to lose their teeth the old-fashioned way. And that's actually par for the course for orc conflict resolution. It is encouraged by the Badmoons themselves, actually, because if an orc is tougher and stronger than them, well, his name is Boss now, isn't it? But it works both ways. To put it simply, the only way a Badmoon orc can be a billionaire is by bench pressing every other orc who says, "Oi, I want me some of that!" As for paint schemes, Badmoons love the color gold, as seen by their colors being gold and black. Badmoons are rather posh and dignified, at least by orc standards, and being the 1% of orcs, they're expected to act like it. They pour over lavishly, garishly decorated custom battle wagons, built to carry large numbers of equally dapper knobs to the fight, along with packs of Gretchens, think goblins, eager to mob and butcher enemies for their slave masters. This sense of pride and showing off their wealth is extended right down to their fighting style. Even the lowest boy can afford a pimped-out piece, customized for maximum firepower, or as the orcs call it, Daka. Speaking of fighting, Badmoons prefer to hang back and empty out as much Daka as they can on enemies while Gretchen's slaves rush towards them, murdering up close with knives, teeth, and pointy sticks. They find it hilarious to wait till other orc clans are about to close into melee with the enemy, then slaughter all the enemies with their fancy snaz guns and death shooters, laughing at the raging disappointment of their brothers who were denied a good proper fight. This unorky and troubling behavior is openly put on display by Flashgits, the wealthiest and most aggravating of orcs. Though Flashgits are found in other clans, the Badmoons by far have the most. They strut around, spouting knowledge, understanding, and other impractical, worthless things that other orcs don't care about. They somehow must have paid extra to be both the know-it-all and the village idiot. Now here's the funniest thing about orc guns, other than them being powered by pure imagination. They kind of suck. Along with the concept of Deca, as I mentioned before, which means shoot the guns as fast as you can, more than focusing on actual skill, orc guns, called shootas, are built to prioritize volume over anything else. Orcs shoot guns for the sounds they make, more than actually to kill people. That's just a fun side effect. And the Badmoons are the audiophiles of orc culture. They do everything they can to keep the gits over there and keep shooting, lads. Usually falling back to keep firing rather than engage in melee. I mean, there's still orcs they would probably win in melee most of the times if they actually tried. Bunch of weirdos. Badmoons managed to keep their clan a major one to the greed of the clan alone. They live to fight, win, and to make fat stacks, however and whenever they can, even making backroom deals with Xenos take for strange and unorky weaponry to get one over on other orcs. Which means they also have the most orc freebooters of any other clan, too. Think orc pirates. Yeah, that's a thing. In short, they're the Elon Musk of orcs. They make way too much money, have way too many toys, and you kind of want to punch them in the mouth. But you're also kind of curious to see what they do next, because just why? But in the end, they love a good fight, like any other orc clan out there. And that's kind of why they fit into the culta. Thanks for tuning in. I was Bolter. This was Beefsnake Nerdcast. Go find me on social media. I'll talk your ear off next time about the Land of War Elves of Magic the Gathering. That's oddly appropriate, actually. Huh.